Hey Chris, how you doing today?
Hey Ron, doing great. How about yourself?
Doing great. It's an interesting day. I've been looking outside. Every year, the butterflies migrate. You know, we're down here in Texas, right? And the butterflies migrate into Mexico, and they go through around Riley's birthday, which is mid-October. But this year, they're going through yesterday and today. And I look out, and there's like literally hundreds of butterflies in the backyard. So it's been a really not only a beautiful day, but it's been kind of a fun day seeing all the butterflies. Anyway, just change of scenery there, but been kind of
Yeah,
fun.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Today's a really fun topic. Again, we're going to talk about HIPAA today. And today we're going to talk about appointment scheduling, scheduling management, and dealing with patients and doctors and prescribers and appointments and labs and all kinds of great fun stuff. This is something that, again, I think most of you know, if you've watched any of our videos, we've done about 1,500 websites. Over 300 of those are medical related. We literally live HIPAA every day and are heavy in this field. So HIPAA scheduling is something we've done a ton of. We get a lot of questions about it. So we appreciate your comments and feedback. And so today we decided to respond to your comments and give you what you asked for, which was one that talked really deep dive about HIPAA scheduling and appointments. So we're going to start with that. Let's talk about the problem first, Chris. I mean, why is it even needed, right? Let's
Yeah, that's a
give
great
your
question.
2 cents on how you see the problem.
Yeah, I think um, people want self-service and they want to be able to have it be intelligent and highly integrated to everything, but also secure. So you
Yeah.
really need your HIPAA solution to talk to all of your other platforms and sets of data and make it so the end user has a very intuitive and you know just easy to self-service type of interaction with your company ideally. Everyone else is doing it, all of your competitors are doing it, so if you're not doing that, you're going to end up presenting a lot of friction and most likely reducing your footprint in the market. And so what does this look like? um, in order to really do a great job with scheduling, it needs to be able to work with different modalities. So, example, it needs to work on a website, on a mobile device, possibly, be able to interact with the customer over a chatbot type of an interface, and etc. And so, this is what people are expecting, right? And I think if you look at the different resources that are part of the sort of provider sequence, when someone needs to purchase a lab test or get a lab test, they may have to fill out prerequisite forms or get a prescription, meet with the doctor, get the prescription sent to the pharmacist. So they may have a telehealth appointment. They may have to complete prerequisite steps. And then, they may have an actual appointment with another specialist or to go actually um, take a test or complete a lab or what have you. And so all of these things need to be coordinated. And if they're not done in a seamless way that's really intuitive and self service, it can be really, really challenging logistically to scale the operation, right, Ron?
Yeah. So most of the projects that we've done over the last few years that include HIPAA scheduling usually fall under one of maybe four different categories, right? It's either part of their website, part of a patient portal, a doctor patient portal that we've built, mobile app. You mentioned that it could be standalone scheduling portal, right? And another one that we've seen a lot of popularity lately because it's made a lot easier, especially when it gets into the hospitals and multiple clinics that are attached, is when we integrate it with the EMRs and the EHRs. Because now when somebody comes in, the great thing, we did another mobile app, and what I'll try to do is I'll try to bring a screenshot right here and show you guys what that looks like. But with this mobile app, we actually integrated it with their EMR. So when somebody goes to the hospital directory in the mobile app and they have a shoulder pain, they can put in shoulder pain, and maybe there's only 3 or 4 doctors that deal with shoulder pain in the hospital. It brings them up. They can see information about them. And then when they go to schedule an appointment, they can actually see available times directly from the doctor's calendar in the EMR, and schedule appointments, cancel appointments, rebook appointments, and it makes it very automated. I know it's a pain when I'm trying to find a doctor, and then when I'm trying to find a time and I'm calling around 15 different doctors trying to get times booked. I hate that. And then when you have to cancel, the ability to go into a mobile app and just click cancel or reschedule, the ability to have a reminder that if I don't cancel by today, then I have to pay the cancellation fee. I mean, there's all kinds of things just about medical scheduling that is just a pain for patients and a pain for the other side, frankly, too, because the reason they have to charge those cancellation fees is because so many people cancel or don't show up for their appointments, right? And so they're
Right.
booked up, they're booking people out weeks. And so they're losing patients to other doctors. And then meanwhile, their patients end up not showing up and they're losing money. So I
Right.
understand both sides of the equation, and we're trying to solve that. So let's talk about, you mentioned some of the different uses, right? So let's talk about some of the projects that we've done when it comes to these, right? Some is just pretty straightforward doctor patient scheduling, right? That's
Mhm.
certainly one that we've done. I think one of the interesting ones that we've done recently, and I think you were involved directly in this project, I'd love you to dive in and talk about the AI inclusions, right? We've done some with chatbots, and obviously there's texting and email and phone and intake forms and all that kind of fun stuff. But one of the ones we've done two of these projects just recently where we're actually using AI. And so I want you to talk really technically about how the AI has to be trained and what does that mean and what are some of the use cases and how can it help us by integrating AI and training the AI for the specific business.
Yeah, that's a great topic around scheduling because a lot of times when you have self service, someone has questions and they're really specific questions to this type of practice or what your providers are delivering, what the product is, etc. So having a AI is generally a nice idea, but whenever it comes to HIPAA, that is a concern. So what we typically do, like you said, Ron, is we will take a model and basically you can think of an AI model as a student that graduated from college with a general degree. Okay. And what we want to do is tell them, the AI model, your job is now this. And so we're going to give you training before you go do that work. We're going to walk them through what your practice, what the AI needs training on is, data about what your practice does and how you would answer common questions. And so we feed this fine tuning training to the AI model so that it's catered to your business and then make it so that it's isolated and it's basically detached from any sort of external access. And so you have a single instance of that model that's trained for your business. So it can then interact with your users as they're going through the appointment scheduling process and generally speaking, the workflow that they're going to go through as they go through the marketing and sales funnel to make a purchase, and then the customer support and service and fulfillment side of it. And that AI experience can really help to not only improve your bottom line for your business and help reduce overhead from your CSR team and some of your sales or other folks that are part of that workflow, but it also improves the experience that your users have. Uh, and especially if we set it up, Ron, where like we've done on many of these recent projects where the AI is available and very helpful for many topics, but then the user always has the option to transfer to a live agent. And this type of seamless interaction that they have access to is really important as well. There are a lot of studies and data we've actually presented in previous videos where we look at data analysis on making sure that chatbots still can allow the user to reach out to a direct person. And just fundamentally, whenever you're looking at scheduling, this is typically a challenge for people because they're not sure they want to actually commit. It is essentially a step in the sales process or a step for them that might be emotional. And so, in addition to showing information about what they're going to go through as the steps once they schedule an appointment and what they need to do to get ready and that kind of a thing, having a interactive AI can be really, really helpful. And this can be multimodal. So it can be chat, a conversational IVR, and even email. But of course, there are always considerations around HIPAA and just making sure that nothing that we're interacting with them on is going to be, PHI, if you will. But yeah, it's a really exciting opportunity for our clients because we're really taking these commoditized models, fine tuning them for client businesses in particular, and then making it secure so that they can meet HIPAA requirements while taking advantage of this really powerful technology that delivers a lot of value for the end user, and it makes it a lot easier for them to get a solution to their problem, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times, especially you and me, I mean, the crazy hours that we work, right? So usually it's like, crap, I need to make an appointment with the dentist. By the time I remember that, it's usually about 8 o'clock at night and
Yep.
I can't, right? And
Right.
then my calendar is booked up during the day. When am I going to call and sit on hold and try to find time to schedule a dentist appointment? So the fact that these trained AI can have access to our back office platforms and someone could call the dentist or the doctor's office at 8 o'clock at night and AI says, what can I help you with tonight? You know, and says, I would like to schedule an appointment. Great. What type of appointment? Oh, I just need my cleaning, or I need an orthodontist appointment or a follow-up appointment. Great. Which dentist? If there's multiple dentists in the practice, oh, it's with Julie Evans. That's my dentist, right? It's with Dr. Evans. Great. Let me check her schedule for you. She has availability next Tuesday afternoon at 3 o'clock. Does that work for you? And you can walk through. No, is there something on the 7th? They're smart enough that they can have these intelligent conversations and have access to be able to do things that make it very, very convenient for the patients. I want help paying my bill. Do I have an outstanding balance? Things that they don't want to sit on hold for 30 minutes to talk to somebody. I can't tell you how many times I've had a question about a bill thinking that insurance should have paid it. And it was 15 phone calls and 3 emails before I finally got to somebody to find out that the insurance they hadn't billed the insurance, and then they had to go back and bill the insurance, right? Whereas
Hmm.
an AI
Right.
tool could have looked it up very easily and given me that answer 24/7, very conveniently.
That's right.
So a couple others that we've done. Another one, I guess another use would be like dermatology, right? Botox. I want to get Botox injections. Obviously, you can see I don't because I got lines here. But Botox injections. So it'd be nice to be able to go online to my dermatologist and say, hey, I'd like to get some injections and can I schedule that? And just go ahead and schedule it conveniently while I'm looking at my work schedule and can find open time. So that one's another one that would be really nice. So definitely scheduling services. One that we just launched during COVID was a what do you call it? Testing on demand
Lab.
company.
Yeah. Yep.
So one of our clients, they will drive out to your house. You can go in and buy a testing, flu, mono, pregnancy, drug, COVID, UTI, trying to all these different tests that they sell. So you can buy the test online, and then as part of the checkout process, it comes up and says, great, now when would you like the technician to come to your house and administer the test? And then you schedule it right there as part of the checkout process. They come to your house, they swab you, they go out in the van, they run the test, and 5 minutes later, they walk up, hand you the results on a piece of paper. And it's remote testing, right? And we had to build a HIPAA scheduling engine into the actual online purchase of services. So I'm going to turn it over to you to kind of finish out. Is there anything that you want to talk about more about the different modalities of communication and how they affect, or is there anything else you want to go into, or if we pretty much covered it today?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things that I would hit on here is just sort of understanding that generally speaking, you can do some pretty incredible things for your customer with automating the appointments and the prep for the appointments. So we've spoken about a few of these. Some other common pieces are, getting the telehealth and just the overall infrastructure set up for, video telehealth sessions and all of the associated notifications, not just to the patient, but also to the providers. A lot of our clients work with a network of providers. They're not necessarily directly employing, all of the providers. And so they may have to have business logic built in or use what we recommend as business logic in order to make sure that both parties attend appointments and there's an appropriate sort of, incentivization or like penalty if they
Yeah.
don't attend. And most of this can be handled with great messaging. So being able to offer a very intuitive interface to the user to say, these are the steps that you're going to go through. These are prerequisites. So we can't even schedule until you do these things, or we can schedule, but if these aren't done, within 48 hours or, 48 hours in advance of the appointment, we have to move the appointment. And so these are the kind of things that we see a lot of that are really powerful, making it easy to not just meet via telehealth, but also to message with a provider within the app, or have the right kind of notification for the user. So we always like to provide the user with a modality selection area, so they can choose when they are going to receive a notification from a provider. Do they want to receive SMS or text message, in-app notification, email, phone call, or all of the above? And of
Right.
course, we anonymize the data, or de-identify it essentially whenever we're sending information out in modalities where they're going to persist, they're not transient. But ultimately, we need to be able to make sure that as we have an appointment, all of the steps before the appointment and all of the steps after the appointment are orchestrated through the platform. And that would be my biggest point there. And a lot of times this means heavy integration,
Yeah.
right? So being, integrated into document signatures, making sure that we're integrated into pharmacies. We work directly with EMR EHR systems, but we also work with pharmacies, and we have the ability to, help you go through the certification process with, companies like SureScripts, or, other, pharmacy prescription submission processes. And so these are all really key pieces. Obviously, there's a lot of detail that will be specific to your business, but yeah, I would just say we've really done a lot of the different sort of niche focus areas, Ron, and you spoke to several of them. It's really something that we can bring a lot of value to a particular business, even if there's not a good fit to work with us directly. We really invite you to go through the complimentary discovery process, and really what we call our no sales discussion, where we're basically just talking about what you're looking to do with your business, and if there would potentially be a fit with some of our products. And, if not, we'll certainly point you in the right direction. So we certainly invite you to take that next step. And I don't know, Ron, if you have anything else. If not, we'll say bye for now to everyone.
Yeah, sounds great. So again, smash the like button. Please leave us a comment. We do these webinars for you, and typically we're picking topics by allowing you guys to ask us what you want to see, and we deep dive into them. We really enjoy doing this. So thanks again for watching. Hope to see you on the next video. Bye for now.
Thanks again. Bye for now.